We're live.
Who
Who Day? Sorry, guys. I'm a little like because Mikey's over here telling me to turn the TV on for no fucking reason. Okay. But anyway, we're here. We're here, and it's so obviously we streamed the Super Bowl, so I don't think we're going to spend the whole episode talking about the. Well, I know we're not going to because I already told you guys we're doing a mock draft. We're doing the first mock draft of the offseason for us anyway. But before we get into that, let's talk about what happened. Not much. So anyway, it was a classic Super Bowl in the style of many an old school Super Bowl where it was just it was kind of just one team dominated. It wasn't all that great.
Kicking.
Well, there's a lot of kicking in the first half.
So much kicking.
And then the Patriots just decided that they weren't gonna compete anymore in the second half until the very end when it was garbage time. But yeah, the Seahawks. Oof. I don't think anybody was beating the Seahawks this year the way they played down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to beat. It's kind of hard to beat a team with Rashid Shaheed. So it's like Seattle. Wait.
Hold on. Hard to beat a team that's got Rashid Shaheed. I can think of several teams that beat a team that had Rashid Shaheed on the roster.
Okay, we don't gotta talk about that part.
We can.
No, we don't. But yeah, I mean, when they put Belt against the 49ers, I'm like, all right, yeah, they're winning the Super Bowl. Ain't nobody stopping them. And then it's like, yeah, and then I remember saying it on here when I saw that AFC Championship between the Patriots and Broncos, and I was like, do you remember fantasy football, how they do the second place tournaments or whatever? That's what the AFC Championship was. Ain't nobody beating Seattle with the dark side on their defense, the Star Wars-led defense. And it's that's exactly what happened.
I don't know, man. When I was watching that AFC Championship, I was watching the Patriots, and I'm like, man, I don't know if there's any team that's going to be beating this team if a comet hits the earth, because the Patriots look like shit, dude.
Against the Patriots barely beat the Saints, dude.
I remember when Joe Burrow got hurt, and I was looking at the rest of our schedule, and I was thinking, well, we got a bunch of winnable games until Joe Burrow comes back, so maybe we could pull this off. I did not expect the defense to do what the defense did, but one of the reasons I was thinking that is because the Patriots were on our schedule. I was like, oh, look, the Patriots, that's a game we could win. And then the Patriots, they went on to go on a good win streak, and then they made it to the Super Bowl, and so good for them and everything like that. But I was thinking at some point this season that the Patriots, that's a very winnable game, and I think the way that they kind of performed for the most part in the AFC Championship and in the Super Bowl, kind of they beat the Broncos, but I mean the Broncos were a weird team all year, and also they didn't have Bo Nix.
Look, the Patriots did not make it to the Super Bowl. Okay, they didn't do that.
A lot of people accuse them of having a Mickey Mouse schedule, and maybe.
I mean, because the Patriots, yeah, they may have won to go to the Super Bowl, but they were like, you know what, we're just not going to show up, so they didn't go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, they did show up. They were just really late. Like they showed up in garbage time when the game was basically over.
Well, I could have showed up in garbage time.
Well, no, you could, because you would have gotten arrested. Like the guy who ran out onto the field during the game.
Oh yeah, why you do that?
I just because you will forever live in people will talk about that forever.
Yeah. It's not gonna help me get 10 years in prison.
You're not gonna get 10 years in prison. You might get a little bit of time, but you'll get banned from NFL games in the future. But those games are so fucking expensive. I'm not entirely sure that's I enjoy going to Bengals games. I can't tell you the last time I went to one because I genuinely no, I can tell you the last time I went to one. The last time I went to one was when we beat the Raiders in the
No. You went to the Bengals Texans game a couple years ago with your son, right?
So the last time I went to a game was when the Bengals beat the Raiders in the playoffs, and we're not going to talk about that Texans game.
No, he wasn't the Texans
No, we
game.
don't have
You
to.
thought the
We
Bengals won the game because Tyler Boyd dropped wide open touchdown, or T. Higgins, or whoever the hell. And then, yeah, C.J. Stroud, when he was actually good at football, cooked your defense and got the game-winning field goal. When the running back hit the game-winning field goal because he was playing kicker for whatever reason. Texans won that game, and Murphy had to watch that game first ever and cry in his sleep. The end.
I don't remember what game you're talking about.
2024.
I think that game happened. I think you're making it up.
No, I'm not. You can look it up. Texans beat the Bengals 30-27.
I'm pretty sure that might have happened, but I don't think I went.
No, you definitely.
I'm pretty sure I slept in that day.
Were you there?
No, I'm pretty sure I slept in that day.
I watched the video of you there.
How did you watch the video? I didn't take a video of me being there.
You made a YouTube short thingy.
Well, no, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You were at the game.
Well, I'm pretty sure I slept in that day. That might have been my evil twin, Elek, who was like evil and was trying to make the bad.
Am I still talking to him? Because like.
No, this is the real me. Like, I mean, I put him in jail after that whole incident because like he really messed with, like my son's all upset after that the whole incident. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I gotta put you in jail now, and now he's in jail. So,
Look, okay, but that does not change the fact that you did in fact go to the game. You were advertising the entire week. I'm not streaming the game this week because I'm going to the game with my son because my son hasn't experienced heartbreak like that. Not in person.
He did experience heartbreak.
I'm talking about in person, dumbass. But also, and then
okay.
Look, not everybody can have a winning record going to their team's games like I do. So, it's fun.
Sir, I have zero expectations that I will ever have a winning record going to Bengals games, regardless of how many games I go to where they win. I grew up in the 90s, and me and my dad had season tickets in the 90s. There will be no amount of winning the Bengals could ever do that will make me have a winning record with them. It will never happen. They could win. Because I was a child and I had no choice.
Everyone's got a choice.
Now, you see my room? Yeah. Do you think a sane person would have chosen this? You think like a normal, rational person would have chosen all this?
Yeah.
No, this is not a life that anybody wants to live. This is what you get stuck with when you probably like killed the Pope in a past life.
Wait,
you get being a Bengals fan.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have killed the Pope.
Well, sometimes you got to kill the Pope. Don't kill the Pope. So I'm not getting sued. Don't kill the Pope.
God and him, not me. Please let me win the Super Bowl.
Funnily enough, I've traced my family history back. This is not football related at all. It's just a bit of interesting Kyle lore. But I've traced my family history back to like way back to like the pre-Roman Empire and shit like that. But like one fun fact about my family is they were actually involved in a dispute known to history as the investiture controversy, but basically a big conflict between the Holy Roman Emperor and the Pope about like who should have the power in the Holy Roman Empire in like the Middle Ages. And there was like two main factions. There was the Guelphs and the Ghibellines, and I'm getting into history shit because I'm a history major. But this is real stuff that happened. The Guelphs were the faction that supported the Pope, and those were so my ancestors were part of that faction. So you're incorrect. My family is very, even though we're not Catholic, very well. I don't know. No, so a decent amount of them are Catholic. My immediate family is not Catholic, but I'm pretty sure my extended family is mostly Catholic. So, yeah. So they say good Pope good, probably. I don't know how they feel about the current Pope. or any popes. I don't like
Where did I
macaroni.
go wrong?
What?
Where did I go wrong?
I don't know.
Aren't we supposed to be doing like, I don't know, Super Bowl talk or mock draft or something?
Well, we were talking about the Super Bowl, and then we got on the Pope somehow. I don't remember. I don't. I'm not sure.
All right, whatever. Let's move on with our life.
I mean, if we're talking about the Pope, then we probably should talk about the Bears, right? They exist. They could beat the Patriots.
You know what I figured out? Yesterday, Caleb Williams cannot shoot 3-pointers.
Well, he's a football player, so.
Thank God he chose football, not basketball. That dude was shooting threes like he had a stick up his ass. That dude couldn't shoot nothing.
He could probably shoot him better than me.
I mean, no duh. You're like the worst basketball player of all time. So
how would you even know that you're right? But how would you know that?
I have telepathy.
Okay, so anyway, we're gonna do a mock draft today, guys. The Super Bowl was relatively not all that exciting. There's a little bit to talk about here and there. Seahawks clearly the best team, but me and Mikey streamed the Super Bowl, so if you really want to know our opinions about whatever, you can go watch that. But today we're doing a mock draft because it is the off season, and both of our team seasons did not go well at all. So me and him have been focused on what comes next season for quite some time at this point.
Since week 5.
Not quite week 5 for me, but I definitely was starting to think about it around week 5 because we were already in full Jake Browning collapse at that point.
Yeah, you're right. It was actually week 3 when we got killed by Seattle. But
I
went to go win the Super Bowl. And that was even before that.
I think it was after that loss to the Steelers that I really started diving into like draft stuff. Because after that, I was just like, "This is garbage." Like I don't know.
I lost all hope. After I want to say Seattle's 3rd touchdown in the first quarter, I lost all hope.
I had a lot of hope going into week 3, and then week 3 happened, and I was like, "That was fucking stupid. What the hell?" But you know what? It's 1 week, Jake Browning. I'm sure he'll bounce back next week. He was pretty good. Oh fuck, he was terrible that well. Maybe he'll be better in week 5. Oh my god, what the hell is happening? And then we got Joe Flacco, and it's like, okay, well things are a little better now. But if we didn't have to go through Jake Browning, maybe we might have more of a shot at this. But whatever. Then our defense decided to do the worst defense thing ever, and still somehow be better than the Jets. Because at least we got an interception.
And yeah, y'all still lost to them.
Not because of their defense, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. How did you lose to a team that couldn't get a single interception all year?
They outscored us
by a point, Kyle. That is
I know. By a point. That's how bad our defense is we let the Jets outscore us. With Joe Flacco having a hell of a game. You recall, like that was a great, like Joe Flacco. I mean, Joe Flacco making the Pro Bowl was kind of funny, but it's also like Joe Flacco legit played well for the Bengals. Like, I mean, he deserves accolades for what he did this year. It's really unfortunate that the Bengals were just so catastrophically awful on the other side of the ball without like Joe Flacco was doing and the whole offense was doing the best they could. And the defense just refused to even contemplate the idea of trying to win.
Yeah, I mean, it's never good when your defense has more holes in it than SpongeBob. But you know what? There's always next year.
I'm pretty sure SpongeBob might have been on our defense. That's how bad they were.
That's crazy.
All right. Stranger says Denver was the most likely to be able to beat Seattle until they lost their quarterback. I agree. No, but I agree. The reason I say that is because nobody was beating Seattle, but Denver was chaos incarnate. So something stupid could have happened and Denver could have won because that's how Denver was winning all year.
Yeah, I mean, nobody was beating Seattle, but it's like, I mean, Denver was like, I mean, they had a great game against Buffalo, and then they lost their quarterback like 10 minutes later. So I was like, okay, well, we enjoyed a playoff win for 10 minutes, and now we got to cry with the Bills. So it's like, it's yeah.
I feel like there have been some other boring Super Bowl. Most of them have been exciting, but there have been some other boring Super Bowls.
Patriots
Since
Rams.
1981. Yeah, Patriots Rams. That was a horribly boring game.
That game, man. Just think. Okay, if you never seen the Patriots Rams game and you're trying to describe it to somebody, just think toilet and think sugar.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It's such a shame. It's such a shame that the refs missed that call in the NFC Championship game, because it would have been so much more exciting to watch the Saints lose to the Patriots in the 2018 Super Bowl because Drew Brees threw an interception in overtime. That would have been way more exciting.
The Saints would have won by at least 10 points.
Okay, well, maybe.
And I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. The Saints would have won by 10 points. You cannot change my mind.
Okay.
You can't be wrong.
If the Bengals had an offensive line, they would have crushed the Rams in the Super Bowl, but whatever.
But I did it.
Well, y'all didn't, so.
At least we have a valuable excuse why we couldn't make the Super Bowl.
Did you see the pass interference they called on Logan Wilson in the Super Bowl?
I don't remember what you're talking about.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if we're making excuses here, I got a million of them.
The Saints one was way worse. Okay, yes, that call was still bogus on your end, but the Saints call was way worse.
I don't know about way worse. Like, huh?
I'm talking way worse.
I don't agree with that.
I definitely agree with that.
Well, of course you agree with that. Well, like, duh.
Look, don't get me wrong. That call against the Rams for y'all was bogus. Ours was more bogus.
Okay. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and switch over. So I'm going to bring up we're using the PFF mock simulator. Mikey, are you able to see this?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you go to the stream, you should be able to see it on the screen, and you might have a little bit of a lag or something like that. But just so that you're able to see, wonder if I can actually get like our pictures up here.
Let me see. Maybe I can do this.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is, so it doesn't look like complete crap, is we're gonna do not that.
So are we both like taking turns? Like you do the Bengals, I do the Saints, I do the Saints, you do the Bengals, or are we doing the same mock draft, or we only take turns for our teams? Like what are we doing?
Okay, I don't know how well this is gonna work. So we're like, I control the Bengals, you control the Saints, basically the way it's
going. Bet. I say bet.
Okay, so this is maybe doesn't look the best because somebody doesn't know how to make their screen not vertical.
What do you want me to do?
Make your screen horizontal like normal human beings.
Okay. Does this work?
No, don't worry about it. We've tried it before; it didn't work. So we'll just have you down here, and you'll look sad and in the corner.
I'm sorry, fate's mean and evil.
Well, anyway, this actually might get in the way of the draft board. So I don't know. Maybe we'll put me up here and put Mikey up here too. You might want to turn off your computer volume because it's coming through. Like I can hear me in my headphones, and they can probably hear me echoing in the thing.
But my thing is muted.
Well, it's coming through.
I don't know how that's possible.
Try muting your desktop tab.
I
or
did.
Your. I don't know. That's like I can hear it, so I know they can hear it. Still doing it.
I paused it. Is that better? I paused the damn thing.
So it's only coming. Okay, so Stranger is confirming that it's coming through on their end, but it's not coming through for your voice, just my voice.
Well, maybe it's something on your end. I don't
It's
freaking know.
definitely not on my end because it's coming through my headphones. It's from your computer.
Well, my thing is muted. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do in this situation. I mean, I guess I could maybe exit out and exit back in, but that's about it. Is the exit stream? Okay, I exited the stream.
Is my voice up on your phone screen? Is that what's going on?
I mean, it's always been like that.
Okay, yeah, that's probably the issue, is because the YouTube itself is probably feeding me back into your thing. So you're probably going to just have to exit out of the stream. No, I didn't mean. I meant exit out. God damn it, Mikey. I meant exit out of the video on YouTube, not exit out of Video Ninja.
I already did that.
Okay, so the issue is you're not going to be able to see the screen, but that did fix the audio issue, though. So
I do good.
Yeah. So look, you've been doing your research and stuff, right? So I'll just give you you tell me, like I'll kind of give you an overview of what we're looking at, and I mean, you use your board to figure out who you want to pick, and I'll just let you know if they're available or not.
Already, I have the thing back up now.
Okay. So wait. So you have the you have the video stream up?
Yep.
Okay, cool. It's not echoing anymore. So whatever you did fixed it.
Yay.
Okay, cool. Haven't heard it since he relogged. That's there you go, stranger. All right. See if I can get the chat actually over the overlay here. That way you can see people's chats. There we go. There's stranger. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and start this draft. So obviously the first 7 picks are all gonna. So I'm doing all the Bengals picks. Mikey's doing all the Saints picks. All the other picks are being simulated via PFF, and it's mostly just because that's I find the most intuitive mock draft simulator to use. B, I just trust PFF's rankings more than I trust other outlets, because most other outlets there's a lot of BS and bait, and PFF's actually based on data. So yeah. So I'm going to go with PFF. Y'all can disagree if you want, but you can also go to a different show if you want to.
Are we doing more mock drafts as the offseason goes, or?
Maybe. The reason I said first is because just in case we do more in the future. I mean, we will be doing a full first round mock draft. But right before the draft happens. We may or may not decide to do more mocks as more information comes, because obviously this early in the process, a lot of things are going to change between now and then, so we might want to update it in the future.
Okay.
But all right, so let's get going. Looks like so big surprise here. Looks like Fernando Mendoza going first overall to the Raiders. And Caleb Downs going number 2 to the Jets, which makes me sad because that's, I think, the guy I was maybe hoping might slide to the Bengals, but nope, no such luck. Okay. So the Saints are on the clock, Mikey. Who are you taking? Obviously, there's everybody, just whoever's available. You don't have to pick who's PFF's favorite guys, but
Jeremiah Love got picked. Okay, that's the guy I wanted. Okay. Arbo Reese, damn. Okay.
So let's hold on. But before you make your pick, Jeremiah Love for the Saints. You have Alvin Kamara, who I know isn't perfect, but why are you spending your number 8 overall pick on a run? How'd that work out for the Giants?
I don't care how it worked out for the Giants. Have you seen Alvin Kamara play?
Yeah, but you don't replace him with the number 8 overall pick. That's that's not a good strategy for team building.
The Lions did it again, so that worked out.
The Lions were already good. They just needed to plug somebody in.
The Lions missed the playoffs the year before.
Yeah, but they had a good roster though. They was like the
I
idea
don't
was
get
if they plug a guy in, then they're going to be, they're going to be that could be like the big missing piece. The Saints have like 40 missing pieces.
Okay.
Am I
Anyways,
wrong?
no. I mean, yes, you are wrong, but okay. Okay. With the eighth pick,
I don't pay a lot of attention to the combine, to be honest with you, stranger. Like I will say it's fair that rankings before the combine, because what you're thinking of in the draft will, like the owners and the people making the drafts, they'll be influenced by the combine. So I guess you're right. But like I think the combine's incredibly overrated as far as like a metric for who's going to be good in the NFL.
Yeah, I agree. With the eighth overall pick, this might be a little boring to some people because he is the best guy. But Carnell Tate, I just think I can't pass up on him. I'm going Carnell Tate.
Okay. I can get behind that pick. I think it looks like the Chiefs took a wide receiver too, which makes sense. Chiefs need wide receiver help desperately.
Good for them.
But I do think that Carnell Tate's a good fit for the Saints. I mean, maybe he could. I mean, yeah, when you guys pick wide receivers from Ohio State, it tends to, at least for a couple of years, turn out well.
Yeah, it does.
Obviously, maybe not long term, but
yeah. My original mock draft that I did on my own time, I had the Saints taking the Falk from Auburn, but I had Tate already off the board. So you know what? He's there. Take him.
Stranger says he agrees with you that I'm wrong, but it's because the Saints have more than 40 holes.
I'll say this: out of every team that missed the playoffs, the Saints had the least holes out of anybody.
That is completely incorrect.
No, it's not. All we need is a running back. All we need is a running back, an offensive guard, and a corner, and we're straight.
Completely and utterly disagree with that. Y'all need like basically everything other than quarterback and safety.
Okay, so we need so what about wide receiver? Chris Olave, he's playing great.
You're taking a wide receiver number one over. What do you mean?
Exactly, to help with the receiving group. But Devon Bele, he showed out this season. Kevin Austin showed some flashes. Dante Pettis exists. At tight end, we got Juwan Johnson. If he plays good, he has top 15.
No. You look, no. You cannot bring in here and start talking about how your wide receiver core is good and suddenly the Saints have this bright future and then use Juwan Johnson as your excuse when all you've been doing is talking about how you're sending that man to Siberia over the last year.
Yeah, I know. But look.
And Chris Olave. You've said a lot of wild things about Chris Olave too.
I know, but then I already made up with Olave because Olave made up with us after he remembered how to catch a football the second half of the season.
Okay.
But I mean, offensive line, we need an offensive guard. I'll give you that. But like Fuag is straight, Kelvin Banks is straight, Eric McCoy is straight. Defense, Cameron Jordan at edge. Even though he is old as dirt, he's still straight. Danny Stutzman played pretty good as a rookie linebacker. And you said we need safety.
No, I said everything but quarterback and safety.
Oh, I was about to say, because Jonas Sanker, that dude would have been a top 10 safety in a couple years. But it's like, but like, come on, man. I mean, the defense was a top 10 defense in the entire league last year. So I don't care what nobody says about the defense. Like, we could do nothing. Well, we got to do something to the defense. But like, if the Saints don't touch the defense at all, or for most of the offseason, I won't be mad. Because like the defense was a top 10 defense last year. So like, if we fix our
I would not just trust that to hold. Like, trust me, I thought the Bengals had a pretty solid defense coming out of the Super Bowl year, and look what happened.
Well, I don't care. I mean, look, our offense. Look, don't get me wrong. Saints have some holes, but I mean, if we fix the running back room, and if we get like a viable number 2 receiver, and if we get like I don't know another tight end and an offensive guard, we're set up for life. The sky's the limit in 2026.
Not correct.
It is, bro. You don't even
Saints have 51 holes on their roster.
That's less than the Bengals.
That's not true.
That's true.
I can name at least 3 players who are definitely not roster holes.
And I can do the same.
And that I said 50, I said 51. And so that mathematically, that means that there's only 2 guys on your team who you can count on.
Tyler Shuck, we can count on him.
That's 1.
Chris Olave, Demario
No.
Davis.
No.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe, okay. You're right. 3. I forgot about Demario Davis. You're right about Demario.
Demario just had his career high in tackles at the age of 37.
I forgot about Demario Davis. You're right. I concede.
Cameron Jordan, 10.5 sacks last year.
No.
Chase Young, 10.5 sacks last year.
No.
What?
You cannot rely on Chase Young. You cannot rely on Chris Olave, especially after all the wild shit you said about him. You cannot rely on Cameron Jordan at his age.
Last year, Chase Young missed the first 5 games and still had 10.5 sacks.
Have you seen Chase Young's career? I would not trust that guy as far as you
I don't care
can throw
what
him.
he did in Washington and San Francisco. I care about what he's doing now.
What he did in the most recent possible evidence that you can have for Chase Young, he was pretty good. But that does not diminish the impact that the whole rest of his career's had. I'm not saying he's going to be bad. I'm saying you can't trust him right now. Maybe it works out. But saying, "Oh yeah, we can just rely on him to be great." No, you can't.
Yes, we can.
No, we can't.
Yeah, bro, he was awesome. His 2 years in New Orleans, he was freaking awesome.
There were ups and downs with Chase Young in his time in New Orleans. There were some really high ups. I'll give you that. There were also some downs. And I don't think you can count Chase Young as somebody who you can definitely rely on as part of your system. Like, as a guy that you can probably be like, oh yeah, he's going to be on the team and we expect him to be good. I would not say that, oh yeah, we'll chalk that one up and we don't have to worry about that position.
I am so confident in Chase Young. The only way the Saints are trading him is if you offer up a first-round pick.
You're out of your mind.
No,
you're entirely out of your mind. Now, I mean, maybe that you can say that's your price, and fair enough. So you're just not trading Chase Young. Fair enough.
Exactly.
But I would, on no planet would I even remotely consider giving up a first-round pick for Chase Young.
Well, then you ain't getting him.
That's also fair. But I just don't think I would count on him as being like definitely that reliable. You know.
I'm not a betting man. But if I was, I would bet my entire life savings on Chase Young doing what he just did.
How much is in your life savings, Mikey?
I don't know, like $25.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
But also, Quincy Riley, great rookie season as a corner. Kool-Aid McKinstry, up and down. But overall, not a bad year for Kool-Aid.
I'm going to just start recording. I'm going to go back through all of our episodes, and I'm just going to pull all these things that you said about these human beings that you're talking about now. Like, oh, they're the future. We're going to the moon with all these players who are amazing on our roster. Who throughout the entire season you were talking about how garbage they are.
Well, if you play like garbage, I call you garbage. But if you play like good, then I call you good.
Okay. All right.
If you don't want to be called garbage, for example, prime example is Chris Olave. Dude, the first half of the season, dropping balls like he was about to go into a casket. But Tyler Shuck gets in, and then he gets 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns. So you know what? We're cool now.
Stranger says I wouldn't give a round 1 for Chase Young unless I was getting a better round 1 with him.
Well, damn.
And frankly, I wouldn't give up a round 3 pick for Chase Young.
Well, then you're just delusional because Chase Young is the best defensive end in all of football, and there's
okay.
Okay.
So anyway, let's move on. We're spending too much time debating the merits of the Saints' current roster, which is obviously part of the discussion, but it does not need to be the whole video.
We're winning the division next year. All right, now what do you guys say about the number 10 pick, dude?
Okay, well, so my perspective, the guy that I want is Caleb Downs. I don't think he's going to make it to the Bengals at 10, but there has been talk about like maybe he could. I don't think it's going to happen, so I think this is a realistic scenario here. But the guy, I've said it. I've ever since I started talking about the draft, I told you who I want, and he's available. So I'm taking Mansour Delane. Why? Well, let me show you this. Let me show you this insane chart that I made here because I'm in. Yeah, we're going over this again because I made a chart
like 15 times.
I'm showing everybody. There's gonna be new people who have watched. Now listen, I am traumatized, y'all, by how insanely, unbelievably bad this Bengals team is at tackling people. You know how bad our defense was? 90% of the problem is the fact they don't fucking tackle anybody. I'm going to show you some more numbers because, Mikey, you haven't seen these numbers. You're probably not surprised by any of them. But look at this. Look at this. In terms of tackling, and don't forget the Bengals got a little bit better on defense near the end of the season there, right? And yet still they're ranked number 30th in the NFL, only barely ahead of the Buffalo Bills, who had a notoriously bad defense despite the fact that they went to the playoffs and stuff. And the Arizona Cardinals, who were just a complete like lost case entirely. The 3-14 Arizona Cardinals. I've never seen in my life, I've never seen a team so unbelievably unwilling to make a tackle that makes any fucking sense. Less than 30%. Like if you got a 29 point, I got a 27, I think, percent one time in AP calculus when I was in high school. And my thought process after that was like, well, math isn't for me. So yeah, like I think football might not be for like the players, and I'm going to tell you who it is too. It's Oren Burks, who I was actually kind of happy, the Bengals, because I was like, oh, that'd be a good depth signing for the linebacker position because he was on the Eagles defense. He's probably fine, right? No, he sucks. Can't fucking tackle for shit, and he is a backup to be fair, but like he can't tackle for shit. Let's see who else was on here. Josh Newton. I do kind of like Josh Newton, but he took some really bad angles this year. He was not tackling. Another guy who's on here who I've been ranting constantly against. Having a little bit of trouble finding him right now, but Geno Stone's on here somewhere. If you look at this list, it's like Bengals players who are populating this list is over and over and over. And it's just like something has to be done about this tackling. So you know what I did, and Mikey, you know, because you just made fun of me for it. But what I did was I went through and I looked and I color coded and looked like based off of their overall tackling percentage throughout their college career and what they did also last year. Basically went through and I looked at who the Bengals should draft based on who's actually any good at fucking tackling or not. Who's not good at tackling is Ruben Bain. So I don't understand why he's considered to be such a great draft prospect if he can't fucking tackle. But you know what? I'm not as smart as these smart guys who do the draft. So I guess what the fuck ever. But who can fucking tackle is Mansour Delane. He's one of the best in the entire draft class at tackling and actually wrapping people up and tackling. And our secondary is so horrendously bad right now. We're probably moving on from Cam Taylor-Britt. And DJ Turner was a revelation this year. Don't get me wrong.
Fun fact.
But we need more
signing Cam Taylor-Britt. Fun fact.
What?
I did a Saints mock offseason, not a mock draft, well, technically, but I did a mock offseason where I ended up having the Saints sign Cam Taylor-Britt. Is that a good decision or?
You must be really confident in the rest of the Saints roster if you think adding Cam Taylor-Britt isn't going to be awful. He sucks, dude. Cam Taylor-Britt had a good rookie year and he got off to a good start and everything like that. But his mentality has just completely fallen off a cliff. I would not recommend anybody go after Cam Taylor-Britt right now. He looks checked out every single time he plays, and I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe if you can get his head out of his ass, he'd be a good signing for you. But I'm done with him.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
But anyway, I'm taking Mansour Delane because
you treat him well.
I can't promise that. Patriots didn't treat Will Campbell well.
Well, Will Campbell didn't treat the Patriots well.
I know it's kind of.
I told people he was not as good as people said he was.
So it turns out the Bengals picked before the Saints in the second round. I just learned this.
Yeah,
So
I've learned
now I
that
have
like
to
a
think
week
about
ago.
who the Bengals are going to take in the second round. Well, I already see one guy who's on my wonderful list here.
Kelsey Overton went at 40. What?
Apparently, yeah.
Okay, then. It's not my mock draft. All right.
But it's not my mock draft either. That the computer just thinks that the Chiefs are going to draft him.
I had him at like late in round 2, but okay, whatever.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now, like 90% of the guys I'm drafting here are going to be defensive guys because the defense is such a fucking catastrophe. And, like I might end up going with like an interior offensive lineman or something like that, but it's going to be almost all defense all the way down. So I'm going to take this guy from Oregon here, Dylan Thieneman. Why? Because he can fucking tackle. Let me see.
He's good safety.
Yeah, I've watched him a little bit. Yeah, here we go. One of the best tackling safeties in the draft, and AJ Halsey is another one, and he's right here too. But see, we can't take two LSU defensive backs this quickly because
we already got the 2 offensive with Joe Burrow and Mark Chase.
But in different drafts.
I know, but it's still damn. Like you can't save some LSU offensive power for the rest of the league.
Oh, actually, now that I think about it, if this was actually available, like I could actually see the Bengals. Like if Delane and Halsey were both available, I wouldn't be terribly shocked to see the Bengals take both of them just because they're thinking about chemistry as well. But I'm going to take Dylan Thieneman just because I really like his tape.
I had Dylan Thieneman going in the 3rd round to the Raiders. So
well, now he's going in the 2nd round to the Bengals.
Okay. Yeah, and I had AJ Halsey. I think I also had in like either late 2nd or early 3rd. It might be mid 2nd.
So the Saints here are taking Johnny Manziel.
Shut your mouth. Okay, let's see. We're on the clock at 42. Well, I'm not taking this dude Emmanuel because that's a terrible last name. So he can suck it.
Oh, you mean McNeil Warren is a terrible last name?
Yes. And he has 3 names. You can never trust anybody with no 3 names. However, the guy I have going to the Saints, and I actually drafted him in my mock draft yesterday to the Saints. And he's right there, Anthony Hill. I think Anthony, like with the linebacking room, Demario Davis is most likely gone, unfortunately, as much as that hurts me to say. And Pete Werner, like we want to talk about not trusting. I don't trust the damn linebacking room with a hill of beans, as Pete Werner and Danny Stutzman. Look, I love Stutzman, and I kind of like Pete, but yeah, I definitely want somebody else in there. So Anthony Hill, welcome to New Orleans.
Okay, so your boy went the very next pick to the Dolphins. I see.
Disgusting.
Okay. And then the Jets did the Jet thing.
Picked.
What?
Look who Atlanta picked.
Huh?
That should be a crime against the Geneva Convention.
The Jets did a very Jets thing, and they took Jake Gulday at 44. Which, I mean, Jake Gulday, he's a good linebacker, but like I
got him going in day 3, I think.
Yeah, I did too. Like round 4 at the highest.
I think I had him like round 4
at least 4 as far as where I'd take him.
Yeah, I mean, Gulday, he cool and all, but this is the 2nd round, right?
Yeah, that seems like a massive reach to me.
That is a reach of reach. Like
that does make it very realistic because it seems like something the Jets would do.
Bro, I had the Jets taking. I think I did like a few mock drafts, and one of the mock drafts I had the Jets taking Ty Simpson in like round 1. So I know the Jets to be some reachers, and I was like, that's a reach. So I might as well just do it for the Jets.
Kamari Ramsey is a guy I like. He's gone. Oh, your quarterback got taken by the Cardinals.
Who? Garrett Nussmeier?
Yeah. I don't know anything about him.
I know a lot about him.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah, I would imagine you probably know more about him than I do.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, who's up next? Is it the Bengals or the Saints?
The Bengals at 72 here. So to be clear, and this is why we might do another mock draft in the future, because we can add trades next time. I'm just choosing not to do any trades this time. But yeah, this is a situation where I do think the Bengals need to start thinking about the future when it comes to the interior offensive line. The guard position is worse right now, but like I don't know how much longer Ted Karras is really going to be the guy at center. Just because, like, I mean, he's never really been like the top of the league type of center anyway, and he's getting older, and been some injuries that have piled up. So I like this guy out of Florida here, Jake Slaughter. I mean, first of all, he's got a cool fucking name, so that's a reason to draft him right there, right?
The Saints, if there's an award for the team with the most cool names, Saints would win it almost every year. So trust me, I know something about some good names.
Well, we get Jake Slaughter here, so yeah.
Tyler Shuck, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Bub Means. We have Malcolm Roach at one point.
Yes, so I'm gonna go ahead and veto Tyler Shuck being on the list of, like, it's kind of a cool name. I wouldn't say it's like I would point to that and be like, that's an amazing name.
Shuck.
He doesn't even spell it right.
I don't care.
That's part of why it's not that great of a name, because like I thought it was like shit. Tyler Shuck.
We're getting shut tonight. We're getting shut tonight.
Right. So let me. I'm gonna actually remix the song, right? So it's like we getting tonight. We getting tonight.
Okay. Well, I'm on the clock now. By the way, I don't know if you know that or not.
I don't know if you are.
Let's see.
Trinidad Chambliss.
Shut up. Hold on. Doing a lot of maneuvering right now. Can I take
have at least 3 cats that are better tacklers than the Bengals defense? That's funny.
Same. Can I look at the cornerbacks? Like, can you go to the positions? Can I look at cornerback?
Yeah. Hold up.
I want some cornerback. I want to see who's cornerback available.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I'm not super into this cornerback class. That's part of why I took Delane high, is just because like I don't really feel like there's a lot of depth in this class.
Well, I want to see it.
Oh, just by all means.
Okay. So, okay. I'm going Will Lee the third, corner out of Texas A&M.
Why?
Because I like him.
Why?
Because I watch Texas A&M and I know how good of a ball hawk he is. So, and we need guys that can catch football. So, yeah.
I just didn't know if you had a little bit more of a developed idea of that or not.
Well, yeah. I mean, during my researching process, Duke could, catch interceptions. And I was watching film earlier of everybody dropping an interception. And I'm like, yeah, we cannot have that. So, yeah, Will Lee's our pick. Why? Because I said so. Good.
Let's see. He had 0 dropped interceptions.
Exactly.
So there you go. And he played very well against Missouri and played average against LSU. He played poorly against Notre Dame.
Yeah, we don't got to talk about that, but Willie's our pick because he knows how to. Just like you're taking guys, basically if they can tackle, I'm taking guys, basically if they know how to catch a football.
All right, so keeping in the theme of sticking with defense, except for like a couple offensive line possessions, I'll be taking Seth McGowan out of Kentucky, the running back. Why? Because fuck you, I really want to, but also I'm not actually going to do that. I like Seth.
I think. Ironically, I had the Saints taking Seth McGowan in my mock earlier.
Now you see that makes a lot more sense than the fucking number 8 overall pick.
Jeremiah Love is the best running back. Okay. Anyways, continue with your Bengals pick.
Okay.
Don't go all day, son. Pick one. You got like hundreds
you
of
took
options.
forever. You were asking me to go through like 40 different lists and shit. Like you took forever.
I only asked you to go to the cornerback position.
Right, but you still took a while.
I said one word or one sentence.
You took longer than I'm taking right now. Is my point.
No. Just draft a quarterback and take the L.
I'm not taking what quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, I got to check my list here because the list is king. Okay. So he checks out Skylar Gill Howard. Why? Because and I could have told you this, but the McKinley Jackson pick was a fucking disaster. So we need somebody to go in there instead. And Skylar Gill Howard is a defensive tackle who can do that thing that is in the name of his position. It's on the tip of my tongue. Tackle. He can actually fucking tackle. Okay, so we're picking guys who can tackle today. That's the theme of the show.
For you. Okay, so this is what, the 4th round? See, I already drafted a root.
What a name, by the way, Le'Veon Moss.
Hold on. Let me take a look at this. Okay, can you also show me the edge rushes?
I'm gonna start like putting you on a timer and then like just like flashing until you have time you complain about me.
I know you ain't talking.
Unless Chuck marries a lady named Jive, I'm not impressed.
I don't care what you say.
Okay, so anyway, Mikey.
Okay, I appreciate you. Yeah, this list is well, you know what? Hold on. I might have something here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Let's take. All right, go back to the top players. What are you doing?
Picking this guy?
What?
Thorson?
No.
Picking this guy?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't want to?
Picking Ryan Eckley.
No.
Drafting him number 1 overall. Trading up with the Raiders.
You are just wasting time to know. Okay. Let me look at the top players again.
Here are the top available players according to PFF.
All right.
Taking Cade Klubnik.
What? No, I'm not. Why would I ever do that? Like, man, I'll take Carson Beck before I take Cade Klubnik.
Would you take Jalen Milroe?
I would rather get the death penalty.
That seems extreme. Like my team drafts a bad quarterback in the 4th round. No, I'll take dying.
Exactly. That's how bad it is.
4th round. Okay.
Let me take this guard from Notre Dame. Why? Because Cesar Ruiz is bad at his job, so I want somebody that's good at his job. Give me good old Billy.
Right,
Billy
boy.
again. Okay, I'm up again. Okay, so after I took Billy, the good old Billy. Hold up, sorry, my string be laggy. Okay, now we pick Billy. Okay, next pick.
It's your turn.
I know. I'm thinking. Hold on. Let me process my emotions. I'm definitely taking one of those 2 tight ends. I just don't know if I want to take Josh or I don't know if I want to take Nate. Well, I guess I can figure this out. Who did I have going in my mock draft? But first, let me see. No, not Jack. No. A tight end. You know what? Let's go with the dude from Alabama. I heard he's good at blocking. So yeah, let's take this dude.
He sucks.
Shut up.
Okay. Maybe he can catch.
He could do that too, which would be nice.
Let's
So
see.
Juwan Johnson, I'm still
he's got
50-50 on him, but dude
he
knows.
looks like he's pretty average as far as catching goes.
Well, he good blocking, and that's what the Saints need at this point.
Well, according to this, he's kind of average when it comes to blocking too.
Well, damn it, just
but he's also like you're in the 4th round at this point, so you're not getting like Darnell Washington at this point.
Exactly. It's like he's a tight end with the pulse. Just take him.
Okay. Your turn again.
Okay, damn. Okay, bet.
I'm pretty sure we don't have a pick again until like almost 200, so it might be you for a little bit.
Bet. All right, bet. Now let me make sure. How do I pick as slow as possible? Let me think. Okay. Let me see here.
So you're taking Quintavious Hutchins.
How did you know?
Oh, are you actually?
I was thinking about it.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I don't know. I picked a guy who had a cool looking name.
Yeah, Look, the Saints, we don't need edge, but Cam Jordan not going to be here for probably more than 2 to 3 years.
He's so Kyle. He's going to be like the guy of the future for the New Orleans Saints, and we can build everything around him. And trust me when I say that everything Cam Jordan is one of the guys I mentioned is definitely one of the best guys who's going to be super reliable going forward for us.
What?
That's what you were saying earlier.
I was not saying that. Just take Hutchins and let's move on with our life.
I swear to God, I'm gonna put together a whole fucking clip chart. Not chart. I'm gonna put together a whole clip video of you saying things and then contradicting yourself 10 minutes fucking later.
You can't do that because the Cowboys beat the Texans, so you can't do that.
That's not true. The reason I can't do it is because I will get the idea in my head and then get distracted and then not do it.
You can't do it because the Texans did not win.
It sure didn't.
You remember 2022? Anyways.
Nope.
Bro, how is Harold Perkins still here, dude? That is a crime against crimes.
Because he's an average player?
Well, damn it, I want to know what they're watching.
I kind of agree with them, honestly.
No. No.
I mean, from what I've seen, I've watched a weird amount of LSU tape when preparing for the draft, and I can't tell you any time I've looked on there and be like, oh man, that was a great play by Harold Perkins.
2 years ago, before his injury, he was one of the best players in the country, but then he got hurt.
That's why. They don't typically draft guys in the 1st round who were good 2 years ago and then got injured.
Well, maybe they should.
It doesn't typically work out very well. Jake Browning was at one time considered to be a potential 1st round draft pick, and then he got hurt in college, and look how that worked out for him.
Well, that's different.
Different.
Yes, it is. Let me look at the running backs though, because we still need.
You already drafted a running back.
No, I did.
You draft 2 running backs.
I did not draft a running back.
You drafted a running back 8th overall.
No, I did. I said I wanted to, but he was already off the board.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. You didn't.
And hey, if he went before 8th, so maybe I'm not crazy.
That was way more interesting of a discussion than the one we had on Carnell Tate, which I don't think we even talked about him much at all.
These running backs are shitty. Okay, I don't even know if I had any. I think I maybe had the Henry dude drafted, but I think I had him like the 6th or 7th round.
So you're taking Cash Jones.
Huh?
So you're taking Cash Jones.
Who's that?
The lowest ranked running back on the list.
No. We don't need. Okay. We don't need safety. Linebacker, we already took one. We already took receiver, running back. We could probably get one in like the 6th round. I don't even think we have a 6th. Well, no, it's the 7th round. We might not have a 6th or 7th. No, we definitely have one. Okay, I'm just overthinking it now.
You're not gonna take your boy Harold Perkins?
I mean, the value's good, but it's like we already took Anthony Hill, so Perkins won't even get much playing. Well, one of them won't get much playing. So, there's so many choices. If this was like a real situation, I would want the Saints to trade down, but since we're not doing that, you know what? Why not? Let's take another guard. Let's take a dude out of Kansas. Just take him.
No.
Yes, we do need 2 offensive guards, so we get both of them. Yes, we do. Have you seen season we play football?
I didn't say that you don't get to. I said you don't get to.
Well, I said we get to.
So I was wrong, apparently. Bengals pick at 188. So now the Bengals actually get a fucking pick after I had to hear you talk about Harold Perkins. He did not make it to 188. So I got to make a choice here. And let's see. I don't really like any of these guys. Good Lord. So I might be in like a trade down type of position. Obviously, you can't do that. But how about TJ Guy? That's a cool name.
Huh?
TJ Guy. He's edge from Michigan. That sounds like that's a cool fucking name. They got Devontae Smith.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah.
Apparently, a cornerback out of
I think Alabama also I think also has a guy named Justin Jefferson on their team.
I've heard that name quite a few times. That's a fairly common name, as you would probably expect. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do?
Chicken butt?
I'm definitely not gonna do that.
You will if I said so.
Not this pick. Maybe next pick.
Okay. The clock is running out. Your pick is almost forfeited.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna take DeMonte Capehart. That's a guy who I've been targeting for a while. And I know I took a defensive tackle earlier, but we're in the 5th round of it. We're in the 6th round at this point, so I'm really just kind of trying to round out the depth.
Are you signing any offensive players in free agency, or is it all defense the entire offseason?
We haven't gotten into free agency yet.
But if you were in the Bengals front office,
I took a guard earlier.
What?
I took a guard earlier.
What?
I'm sorry, a center, Jake Slaughter.
That's not a guard, you idiot. But all right, we're here in the what round is this?
Now, I'm definitely not taking a wide receiver or a tight end or a running back or a quarterback.
So you're looking
probably a tackle. I mean, I'll probably take a tackle at some point, but I was thinking about taking Trey Jean, but I saw DeMonte Capehart, and that's just a guy I've scouted, and I like his tape. I think we could potentially play him at edge if we need to.
Oscar Delp. Well, wait, no. We already took that. Then, goddamn it.
You can take another one.
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad option. Juwan Johnson, he's fine. And Foster Moreau, he's about to leave. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Oscar Delp. Why not?
I thought Foster Moreau retired.
No. Derek Carr retired.
Who am I thinking of? There's a tight end who retired, isn't there?
Dalen Holker?
No. Didn't Foster Moreau have cancer or something like that?
Yes.
I thought he retired over that. My bad.
No, he just didn't play football, but he never retired.
Yeah. Well, he's available now. So I'll take Trey Jean.
Can he tackle?
Well, he is a tackle.
So can a tackle?
He plays offense.
But technically, he can still tackle.
I hope he doesn't need to. That'd be bad.
Why? Because that means Joe Burrow threw so many interceptions that Trey Zoom got to make the tackle.
No, most likely what it means is somebody fucking fumbled. Happens a lot more than Joe Burrow throwing interceptions.
Yeah. All right, who you picking here in round 7?
Oh crap, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Let's see, round 7. Oh, Luke Altmaier.
You will take Luke Altmaier, and you will like it.
I just did.
Why you do that?
Because I feel it's important to invest in the backup quarterback position, and I do think that there's a decent chance we bring Joe Flacco back, so we might not need him this year. But when it comes to the draft, you're not necessarily taking guys who you're planning on using, like you're planning on them being at the peak of their potential this year as rookies. You're taking guys for the future, and I think Luke Altmaier. I think Luke Altmaier is the type of guy who I think could be one of those like guys who develops into a into a backup who kind of like what I was kind of like thinking Jake Browning would do before he completely destroyed any potential trade value he had this year. But like one of those like backup quarterbacks who tricks everybody into thinking they'd be a decent starter, and then they get a starting job and they're actually bad.
Well, that's nice.
So I think Luke Altmaier could be that guy for us.
Oh wow.
Apparently PFF didn't like that pick for me. But let's see how they graded your. They wanted me. They said I should draft Josiah Trotter instead of Jake Slaughter. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't really think Josiah Trotter. This is the thing about PFF. Like, I don't think he's a good fit for the Bengals. Like not like as opposed to Jake Slaughter in that particular role. Like I don't. Some of the times they do these grades, I don't entirely agree. Now it's not showing me the grade for the Saints, so I guess we're just gonna assume that you got an F.
No, you better find the grade.
Oh, wait, here we go. Here it is. You got a B.
Okay,
I got a B plus, so I win.
You can kiss my ass.
I thought your Billy Shurath pick was. They gave you an F for that.
What?
I gave you an F for picking Billy Shurath.
I don't care what they think. We need guard. We need somebody that can push grown men.
Yeah, but just because he plays guard doesn't mean he's any good at playing guard. Don't you think he should scout?
Nobody, Kyle, listen to me when I say this. And when I say listen, I mean have your ears to the camera. Nobody can work.
The sound doesn't come through the camera.
I don't care.
I have headphones on.
Nobody. Oh, you do? Okay, bet. Nobody can be as bad as Cesar Ruiz at playing the guard position in football.
Not true. Did you see how Alex Kappa played for us his last year here?
I would rather Alex Kappa play the entire season than have Cesar Ruiz.
Not the way he played for us his last season. I don't even know
how he did you as a starting guard. And you suck at playing guard.
Wait, what?
I would rather have you and I both play guard. And we can't play a guard worth a damn.
Yeah, did you say I suck at playing? I've never played guards.
Yeah, exactly, because you suck at it.
No. I can't suck at something I haven't done. I probably would suck. It is true I probably would suck, but like I don't because I haven't done it to suck.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right. Well, glad we got that all taken care of. So now I'm gonna go ahead.
Hey, this is my other guard pick was pretty good. That's something. So I guess that cancels out.
Oh, Kobe Bain. Well, yeah, your 5th round pick liked it better than your 4th round pick. So yeah, I mean, it's only 1 round difference. I guess that's fine. I thought your pick of Carnell Tate was really good. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, Carnell Tate. He even said there's 2 quarterbacks he would prefer to play with: Josh Allen and Tyler Shaw.
And Joe Burrow.
No, he never said Joe Burrow. I'm sorry. He never said that.
Joe Burrow.
He never said that.
That's what I remember him saying that. I was there at the press conference.
It wasn't even on a press conference.
I know that's why I see now where you're like where you're getting confused because it was at his press conference that he said that. You must have missed that press conference.
He was on a podcast with Ohio State players.
Yeah, and he didn't say Joe Burrow on that podcast. I'm saying at his press conference he said that.
He never said that.
He did, though. Look it up.
Joe Burrow sucks at football. Why would he play for Joe Burrow?
You don't even believe that. Like,
I don't believe that.
I was about to say, you said earlier that you're trying to become a professional rage baiter, but like that's not even.
I'm a professional rage baiter.
But that's not even. That's just a bad opinion. That's not like I don't. That doesn't even make me angry. Like if Emmanuel Agba, that's not his name. What's that guy's name?
Francis Mogwai?
No, the fucking commentator who sucks at his job.
Chris Collinsworth?
Well, him too. But I meant like a guy on on ESPN who that talks about the thing. Emmanuel Acho.
Oh hell!
If Emmanuel Acho got up on the TV and was like, Joe Burrow sucks, I'd be like, you don't believe that. You're trying to suck at your job to get people to watch you, but that's not a real opinion. Not even Joe Burrow haters think that Joe Burrow sucks at football. They just don't, because that's incorrect. Now maybe you could make the dumb argument that he sucks at staying on the field, which he kind of he doesn't stay on the field, but that's not saying he sucks at that. It's just the wrong take to have on that. But there's a lot of things you could say about Joe Burrow. Sucking at football is it's just not one of them.
But yeah, moral of the story, he never said he wanted to play Joe Burrow, but he said he wanted to play with Tyler Shough, though.
But he did, though. He said that in his press conference.
What press conference?
It's on Friday.
At what time?
It was at 11 p.m.
Okay, now I know you're lying because ain't nobody doing no press conference at 11 p.m.
You didn't know I was lying before that?
What?
You didn't know I was lying before that?
No, I did know you were lying.
Yeah, but you said now you know. You're like, now I know you're lying. So you didn't before that. Is the way.
No, now I definitely know you're lying. Like at first I was like, okay, maybe there's 1%. Okay, maybe I don't believe you 99%, but now it's a full 100.
I feel like you probably should have already been at 100 before that.
Oh no, I was.
But you just said you.
But now it's 105, 110. Now I definitely.
Now you're doing that thing where you say different things 5 minutes later and contradict yourself.
How am I supposed to not contradict myself if I'm contradicting myself? Because if the lie is going to be the truth, I got to make sure that the truth becomes a lie, the lie becomes the truth until the truth be truth again. And then the lie becomes the truth becomes a lie.
So you are going to work for ESPN?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, I wish you luck at your next job then.
Yeah, I love making people mad.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be it for us tonight. Let us know y'all's picks in the comments. We'll probably do another mock draft at some point, but we'll definitely be talking a lot about the draft going forward because there's nothing else to fucking talk about. I guess we'll be talking about some free agency stuff and but yeah, full offseason mode from here until whatever. And going forward, until the season comes back up, we'll probably be doing these shows on Saturdays instead of Thursdays, just because it's way easier to do it on a Saturday than a Thursday. The reason we do them on Thursdays during the football season is because the football season is set up the way it's set up, and Thursday is the best day to do it. So
during the season, we go back to Thursday.
Yeah, but we also do it during, watching the shows, which is a whole thing. But yeah.
You mean
anyway? Yeah, do the games. You know what I mean?
Come on, Paul. Do better.
No.
Do better.
No.
You see, this is why you work at the basement. You can't even get the top. You can't even serve nachos.
I work at a bank.
Exactly. The basement of the bank.
I work at the teller line. It's not in the basement. We don't even have a basement.
That's why you gotta deal with the rude customers each and every single day.
Not every day. Not every day. I mean, there are plenty of days we come in and everybody's perfectly nice.
And they don't care about
days where they're not.
They just care about making sure that you dying in a painful death. They don't care about you or your mama.
Who doesn't?
The haters.
The haters? Oh yeah, well probably not. I mean, I also hate them, so works out.
Hate is a strong word.
It's an accurate word.
No, it's not.
You must feel the power of the dark side. Use your hate. Strike them down.
I thought you didn't watch Star Wars.
Excuse me? When did I ever say I don't? I love Star Wars. What?
You said you don't watch TV.
That Star Wars isn't TV. I guess the Clone Wars is TV. I did watch the Clone Wars, but I don't have. So I don't have I mean, I do have a television, and I do have YouTube TV right now. I'm about to cancel it, but I do technically have TV. But like, I mostly don't watch TV. But like, I did watch I did watch Star Wars Clone Wars because Star Wars is awesome.
Yeah.
Use the Force.
Yo, Kyle, I just want to say congratulations.
What?
You got the same amount of interceptions as 11 grown men that played for the New York Jets last year.
It's just absolutely insane to me. The fact that the last time that happened was what, in like the 40s?
I don't think it's ever happened.
I think it did. It happened like it was the first time it happened in the Super Bowl era, but I think it happened like another team didn't like get a single interception in the 40s or something. Now, okay, they didn't play 17 games, but the last time that somebody went an entire season, it is the first time ever that a team has gone 17 games in a season and not gotten an interception. But there were previous seasons.
Back then, you could lose one game the entire season and still miss the playoffs back then.
I don't think that's true.
No, it is true because the team one time only lost one game, but back then only the division winners made the playoffs, and a team in their division was undefeated and they made the playoffs, but the team with the one loss didn't make the playoffs.
In the 40s?
Something like that. It might have been like the 50s or 60s or 70s. Whenever they had like 14 games or something.
The only team to go undefeated was the Miami Dolphins in the Super Bowl era. So I'm not sure what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the Dolphins were the only team to go undefeated and win the Super Bowl. But there have been some undefeated teams in the regular season.
There was also the Patriots, but the Dolphins were the only undefeated regular season team in the Super Bowl era until the Patriots did in 2007.
Exactly. It was before the Super Bowl era.
Okay, but that's what I was asking.
I think so.
You said it might have been in the 70s. I'm like, it wasn't in the 70s.
Well, it was sometime before then. I don't remember. Math is complicated, but but yeah, it happened. Or maybe that team also lost the game. The other time, I don't fucking know. But I do remember there was one time where a team lost the game and still ain't make no playoffs.
I could see something like that happening. I'm just not aware of what you're talking about. But I mean, maybe you're right. I don't know. I'll look it up after we're done here.
Okay, bet.
All right. Anyway, that's I think all we got for today's episode, y'all. So, Mike, you got anything else you want to say about the Saints?
Yep. Saints are currently in the process of trading Derek Carr.
Which is a wild thing to say, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
So you talked about the Falcons. Would the Saints even trade him to the Falcons?
Does Derek Carr want to go to the Falcons?
Well, you were talking about that before the show.
Yeah, I was joking. But
I thought the way you said it made it sound serious.
What?
The way you were saying it made it sound like that was an actual team that was under consideration.
Could you imagine?
That'd be kind of funny. All right. Well, anyway, that's all we got, y'all. So I'll leave y'all as always.